What's up YouTube? My name's Quickie, welcome back to the channel. I'm having a much better time with it now. Much better time with it now. I really didn't get hardly any of what I wanted to at the weekend. It was just one of those days, unfortunately. But we're on to a good thing at the minute. So, you can go in there. And I'll tape you up in a minute. Right, so in no particular order, the starter solenoid is on. Made up like a little bracket for it, which I've then screwed to the, I drilled and tapped the battery tray and screwed it on. It's a steel piece. It's I've got some box section. I had some box section, I was in the bandsaw. So just cut a chunk of that off. It was a little bit on the big side, so I made a former just to squeeze it in, a couple holes in the bottom, and I drilled and tapped the battery tray. So it's all just screwed down. So I can paint that and just bolt it straight onto the alley. That'll be fine. We've also got, where's my stuff? There we go. We've also got a couple of earths in. So this big old clump of earths that I had hanging about around here, that's gone. I've now got a little earth tag here, which the starter solenoid and the battery tie to, and then I've got another one up here, which the kill switch, starter switch, and stuff. I can use that one, so that's fine. But it just means I haven't got all those earths kicking about now. So suddenly, it actually starts looking a lot simpler, and sort of easier to get your head around, which is kind of what I wanted to do. So I've still got a fair bit to do. So we're just cracking on today, getting it going, because I've got a week, and this has to be ready for the dyno because we is all booked in. So some of it is just going to be like that. Some of it is going to be a little bit neater, but it all needs to go and get out of the way. What are you? Oh, you're the generator. Oh, mate, I don't know where I'm going to send him yet. Haven't decided. He might be coming up here. Right then. What's next? Oh, engine case, I suppose. Right, so that's him done. M6. Yes! Right, so basically wherever I'm got an earth strap, I'm using M6 just because it's a little bit chunkier. But if I'm doing like little switchgear stuff, you know, the skinny wires and all that, I'm just using M5. So the idea is shove an M6 screw in that so I can hold it at a distance, stick it on the frame where I want it, and then we can tack it in place. Oh, let's get some paint off the frame first, eh? Right, where are you going to live? About there. Right, I've got a little bit of a problem. Right, so I've got these 100 ohm resistors, these jobbies here. They are skinny as hell, look. I need to solder one of these on the igniter unit's earth wire. Thing is, I've had a bit of the cable off, a bit of the wires off. I don't know if you can see that. Where are you? There you go. The core of this wire is absolutely black. And like, you wiggle any of the strands about and they're just cracking. There's no way you're going to be able to solder that, so I need to renew it. So I've de-pinned this plug down here. It's easy enough. I've got some of those little pokey things that you're shoving down the side of the connector. I've had it out, and the connector is like a really narrow, well, not narrow, it's kind of flat, one of these, like a little spade connector, but it's got a tang on the back of it that obviously keeps it in that plastic housing. I ain't got any of them. I don't even know what you call them. I need to get some, because I can see me having to do this a bit, especially when we get to ZZR and the SRAD. But I ain't got any of them. So anyway, I've been rooting about around the yard. There is a fella down the end. He's got some. He's going to drop one up in a couple of minutes, which is ideal. Trouble is, it's now 12 and I need to chip off in a bit, so this ain't going to be getting finished off today. But we're looking all right, actually. I haven't actually got that much left to do. Over here, I've got a couple of wires for the pulse generator. I've got a neutral switch and an oil pressure switch, which obviously needs to go up to the dash. And then there's just like the alternator here. He is around the side at the minute. I am probably going to send it all up together. What I'm thinking is grouping those wires together. Oh, I've got the main feed as well for the battery. But they'll all be coming up in one shroud, one sheath. Probably follow the clutch cable up, I suppose. That wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea. Yeah, we shove it down there, couldn't we? Anyway, there'll just be like one sheath that comes up. I'll probably like tag it onto a P-clip on this side, and then we can just square stuff away. Probably an hour, maybe a little bit more. I'll have it all finished, I think. You know, so we're ready to pair stuff up and crank it over. For the dash, I'm going to be wiring the dash up so there's 12 volts and an earth, obviously, that comes off here. One of these wires will go to the primary on the coils so I can get the tacho working. Then one will be neutral, one will be all pressure, and that is basically all I'm going to worry about. I'm not bothered about hooking turn signals and stuff like that up. But we is basically in. I've shoved another earth point down next to the igniter unit, just so we've got an easy way to earth it. But we are pretty much there. I just need that bloody connector. Right, he's had 5 minutes, I'm going to go and find him. He's come up, trumps. No, he hasn't. He's just giving me spade connector. Oh, bloody hell. I've got loads of them. Well, not loads, I'm using them. It's one of these jobbies, look. It's just got, it's exactly the same as, where is it? Right. Spade connector, right? That's what I've got. And I've got loads of them. You've all seen them, you crimp them on, jobs are good. And this is the one that I need. It's got this tang in the back of it. I don't know if you can see it, but that little sticky up flappy bit is what keeps this bit in the white plastic bit, you know, the connector. So he hasn't come up trumps at all. Right, I'm probably going to end up taking this into work and seeing if they've got any. We've got a maintenance department, they're probably tripping over them. But I also need to know what they're called, because I do need to order some of these. If I just look online for crimp connectors or spade connectors, that's the only thing that comes up. So there's obviously a name for it, and I just don't know what the name is. But anyway, time is 12:30. That didn't go to plan, but, you know, we haven't really got that much left. So anyway, I'll be back. Right, we're back. Jamie's, it's now Friday. Time is tipped on. However, we've been having a bloody nightmare. This whole M unit thing, I had to doddle to do. Bloody, no it ain't. There's a load of stuff that, I've been watching quite a few channels that tell you how to do all this stuff. And there's a load of rubbish that they're missing out on, that they don't tell you. And it's also not in the book. But this is also the first one that we've ever done. So, you know, every day's a school day. And the trouble that we've got is these switches. So, this kill switch, I don't like the button's a little bit sticky. And like, if we like, I don't like it. So I've actually got another one anyway. So we're swapping out the kill switch. We had a right palaver trying to get it paired. And once I did get it paired, there's something funny going on with the phone. So I paired this up to a Google Pixel 7, and it was like coming on Bluetooth and then it was dropping. It was coming on Bluetooth and then dropping again. So there's something funny going on there. So you're now being filmed on that phone, and luckily I've got another phone. So we're going to, you know, try and Bluetooth it to that one and see if that goes. But first we've got to sort this out. Problem that we had is there's 5 wires coming out the end of this. And like you press, and it's got a sticker on here that says if the button is out, it will run. If the button is in, it won't run. And it was basically doing it the other way around, which is odd. So we're switching this out. We're just metering out which cable does which on here. And we should be good, and we should be able to crank it over and see if we get spark and all that sort of stuff. So that's what we're doing at the minute. So anyway, I was going through the book of words last night. It does give some sample examples and stuff of how to wire it up and everything else. And then it goes through about, you know, hooking up your switches and what happens with the blinky lights and everything else. But an awful lot of it isn't in here. It's on the app. So you have to download the, what are you looking for? Pokey thing. That's got a pokey thing on it. So anyway, the rest of it is all on the app. So you have to go to the store and download the Mo.app, Mo Ride I think it is. I've got it on my phone. But then various functions are driven from that. So in here, it just goes, well, you compare it with a smartphone with the Mo Ride app. So then you have to download it and go through the app, and then that will tell you what you need to do. So general overview is on this is there's 10 circuits which all take load. Your inputs, so your switches come on one side, and then the outputs, like the light bulb or the horn or whatever, comes on the other side, and then you've got all the engine management stuff. And each of those circuits is continually monitored, because this is also doing, it replaces the fuses in the relays. So what it does as part of the setup routine, as well as pairing your phone to the device and all that sort of stuff, which is a right pain, we'll show you that in a minute. If you change anything on the wiring or add anything or anything else, you've got to go through the setup routine again. Reason being is that then it goes round and it checks all the different circuits. So it flashes your lights and it does your horn and all that other sort of stuff. So it knows what sort of load to expect. That way, if you get like a short circuit or something goes a beat Pete Tong or whatever else, the M unit notices and it shuts everything down before any damage is done. Bit like blowing a fuse. That's kind of how it goes. So I'm hoping we sorted out this new kill switch. We'll meter and check it in a minute. We have had it cranking over like by surprise more than design. So we're pretty sure we got all around the top. But we'll give it a go and we'll see what's what. But I'm going to put you up there so you can see this little setup jobby. So bear with, you watch it on YouTube and it just, Right. I'll press this, do that, it's done. And turn it on.
Ignition.
Yes, the blinkers came on.
On off.
Press the start button until the blinkers light up and release the start button. If no starter button has been installed, the M unit input start must be connected with vehicle ground. So they're now flashing. Yes. What hardware do you want to pair? Allow.
Hang on.
Oh, it's done it.
It's done it that time.
Why didn't it do it last time?
Don't know, but there we go. Look.
So it should now be paired.
It's now going through the outputs and it testing them.
Yeah, so and it's successful. So it basically goes through that little config, and what it does is anything that's connected, it samples it and tries it to see what the load is, just so it knows, if it's got a short circuit or something else in the past. So we should have a little blinky light here occasionally for Bluetooth, which is good. And on ear, settings, connected devices. Where is it?
No, go back. Connections.
Oh, there we go.
Bluetooth.
Yeah, I was probably just going to turn it off.
No.
M Unit Blue, paired device. Awesome.
Okay.
Right, so now...
So you hit the starter, it should start.
If we hit the starter, that's the... See, this is the other bit that they lie to you about. Apparently, because I've been watching all these YouTube channels and they say it's like you rock up to it with Bluetooth turned on and it's like you just turn the ignition on, but it's not. It's when you hit the starter button, that's like turning the key. So, hello. It tried. We've got something up there. The dash is lived up. It's running. We disconnected all the dash, didn't we? Yes, we did, because it's not earthed.
Yeah.
Right, so that'll be why that's not
right,
on.
But that's all right.
But
I need that. But let's check the kill switch. Yeah, so that should now stop it from... Yeah.
Awesome. You can see, so as he's pressing the button there, you also see the input light come on.
But it won't run because the kill switch.
But if it was running, then you'd see the output light come on as well.
Right, there we go.
Wicked.
So
Right.
turn the ignition off and try it again, make sure it works.
Yeah. Get some different fuel loads, didn't I? So we just go for it and try and start it. How bad can it be dropping fuel all over a hot bike?
Right. Is the choke connected on this?
No, it's not.
Okay, where is it?
It's here.
Give it a yank. Got it? Oh, I can do it from here if you want. There you go.
Right then.
Oh, no, I can't.
Well, I'll do this, you do the
I'll hit
button.
the starter. Choke on.
plug and see. I'll just turn.
Oh, that's oil. That's fine.
Yeah, because we had to put that resistor in, didn't we? And that's like the anti-tamper thing, so yeah. Is it gonna go? Better do. Right, I'm gonna put some more fuel in there actually.
It's a very tight spark plug. Shall I hold it on?
Something without petrol on it.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, go around there.
Just see if I can rest on it. I don't really want to touch it. Go on. No spark.
No spark.
No spark.
Right, so clause is on. Goes nothing, no. It's going to be loud. It wants to.
Now give it a bit of choke.
It wants to. Can you do choke?
Yeah, go on. There we go.
That actually does sound. Oh! Got an oil leak.
Just a bit.
Right, okay. Well, it runs. We do have issues. I don't know what they are yet, and I'm going to need to find out, and I'm going to need to fix it before Tuesday, and I've got a clutch to swap out and all sorts of other stuff. But it runs. Theory says now we could do away with that breaker, couldn't we?
And just take it straight to. Remember, that's a positive.
Yeah, so basically if I take a positive to that jobby there, what is it? To the lock connection, then that's it. We should just be running on Bluetooth, so I can turn Bluetooth off and on my phone.
That's 12 volts, isn't it?
And I can either get to it or not. That's 12 volts, that leads up to the taco. But, mate, right, I need to get that fixed tomorrow. I'm in here all day tomorrow. So happy days. But anyway, on that note, we're going to leave you. Thank you ever so much for watching. I do hope you well and stay safe. I will see you on the next one. Laters!